Hey folks, it's me, Bryony Williams. I hate these intros. I really, really hate these intros. Anyway, I'm Bryony Williams. I make music, and I guess I'm just making this video to share some experiences, some advice that I've got given via the industry. Right now, I'm currently doing a mentorship scheme, and I'm talking to some really interesting people, and one of those conversations was with Samantha Paik, who is a big deal, I would say, in the sync industry. Really quick, sync is aka putting music to visual media, whether that's TV, adverts, movies, game, whatever. And a lot of artists chase the sync dream because the money is really good if you land a sync. However, as anything, it's a lucrative business. It's very time sensitive and you gotta be hot on your admin. I'm gonna do a whole video on the chat me and Samantha Paik had because there were so many good points. Anywho, back to this video. Why am I making this video? So I've come away from this meeting with Miss Sam, and one thing she said to me that stuck out was that music sync supervisors are lazy, right? They don't want to do the legwork. And I've heard this kind of rhetoric before, and like record labels, yes, they're there to develop you, but also you need X, Y, and Z already in place, or you need whatever kind of thing. And you kind of think, it's a little bit of a cop-out, but who am I to argue with the way the industry runs? Anywho, we all like it when our job is made easy, so whatever. Gotta play the game. So, music sync supervisors are lazy. Okay, got it. What can I do then? So, she suggested to have in my back pocket as an independent artist is to have a few sync examples of when my music, my original music, really makes an impact and really works when paired with a certain visual media. That could be a scene in a TV show, a trailer, whatever. Now, I make indie, rock pop, singer-songwritery type stuff. And that's my lane, and I'm going to stay in my lane. That was another piece of advice you gave, but I'm going to do a whole video on this, okay? Stay in your lane. Stay in my lane. Stay in this video's lane, Bryony, okay? And so I took her advice, and there's a song of mine. I ought to get it, actually. This is true commitment to the video because you may have seen in my background that my office is not very functional right now. I can't move in this office. There is stuff everywhere, and that is because I'm redecorating the other office, and so all the office... There's two offices in one here right now, okay? It's just for a week. But anyway, I'm committing to this. Okay, so a really obvious sync rework, which is what I'm going to call it, where I'm, reworking a thing. That was giving Keira Knightley teeth. Anyway, is that there's a song off my debut album, You Are Here, called Ambrose. I wrote Ambrose when I was very inspired by, wait for it, by Detective Ambrose, the character from The Sinner, the Netflix original series. I loved that show. It's not been running for years, so this is a bit of a throwback. But the last season with the girl in the bodies of water, and it was very eerie. It was like they're at a fishing dock, maybe in Alaska or something. I don't know, whatever. And I wrote this song about that specific season and named it after the detective. So it's almost like I wrote it for The Sinner, but then I just released it as my own song. It's a great song. Anywho, I decided to put this into practice, to put my money where my mouth is, okay? And I screen recorded the trailer, the official trailer of The Sinner for that specific season, and put my song Ambrose over it. And oh my God, does it work? In my opinion. You may not agree, but I think you will. And I want to hear what you think in the comments. It's a little bit of a botch job because obviously I've cut things just very quickly. It's just like a 1 hour kind of process, something really easy you can just do at home. Obviously, you know, you just need your music, Premiere Pro maybe, or whatever video editing you use, and your idea. So I've put this together, and I just thought, instead of it just staying on my hard drive and just being like, cool, I made that, and forgetting about it, I'm going to share it with you guys. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try and make some more. And you just never know who may come knocking on your door. You've got to put out to get in. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Right. So this is my song, Ambrose, paired with the official Netflix Season 4 trailer for The Sinner. Let's go.